Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, all you other peoples out there that I didn't include, welcome to another episode of You plus Me equals Us. One of America's fastest growing podcasts. And just speaking on that, I want to thank y'all so much for the love that y'all showing. Thank y'all so much for the repost. Thank y'all so much for just giving us the words of encouragement and letting us know how much we are helping y'all. Disclaimer, before we go any further with this episode, we are not professionals.
Nowhere close, just two people keeping it real.
That's all we doing because that's all we know how to do. I got a problem. I got to keep a real-itis. I'm going to keep living that way. But yeah, no, for real, all jokes aside, appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully y'all keep growing with us because we're going to keep growing with y'all and keep helping y'all. Whatever y'all need to talk about, just let us know. Hit us up in the comments, of course. We was really, really active last week in the chat, so we got to get this chat going on. We got to get it going. And if y'all end up arguing with each other in the chat,
well, we don't want that. We promote love. We don't want arguing. Yeah. But disagreements, yes. Yeah. Men versus women, because we're always right,
Not at all.
But okay.
Not always right.
Okay.
You can act like you're always right, which you already do. But anyway. Anyway, we are here for another episode. This is episode number 3. So once again, thank y'all for being here for 1, 2, and 3.
Wow, that went by so fast.
It's every week at 7:30.
3. Wow.
Every Thursday.
7:30 live on now Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yes. We will be hitting that up every week now. So tell your friends, tell your uncles, tell your roommates, tell your mom and them if they like us. If they don't, they're going to watch it and they're going to like us anyway. But we're going to start the show off with, we had a nice little date night, I would say, on Sunday. And pretty much all of y'all watching this was there because I seen half of y'all anyway.
Yeah. They said it was 20,000 people.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't
20,000 people.
This is a little nerd stat, sports nerd stat. The Rocket Arena downtown, a.k.a. the Q, as you Clevelanders know it as, they hold 18,955 people. And that's just for the basketball game. So, of course, it's floor seats because the stage was on the floor. So that would equal up to about 20,000 people. And it was a sellout crowd. So it was real, real nice. We had great seats.
Well, for those that don't know, that aren't from Cleveland, it was the New Edition, Toni Braxton, and Boyz concert.
Yes.
The tour they have going on right now.
And it was very originally done. I'd never seen a show done like that.
No.
That was my first time seeing New Edition, Boyz and Toni Braxton in person. And it was well worth the price of admission because they was jamming. They was hitting all the songs that you know.
It was great.
All the songs that you remember. And nostalgia is a real thing.
Yeah, it is. It took you back, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It brought me back to what I was doing at that time when those songs was out, when
first
they were singing
heartbreak.
Everything. Yeah.
First time falling in love, which there was nobody before you, baby. There was no love. I didn't love anybody before you.
I don't know about that. You don't have to tell me that to make me feel good. It's called life.
Whatever.
I wasn't with you your whole life. I know you said the baby heaven stuff, but after baby heaven, we broke up. We broke up and baby heaven came down.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, back to the concert.
Yeah. Sorry, I was about to go too far.
Yes,
I was about to go way too far.
Okay, bring it back in.
But yeah, back to the concert. It was a blast. I found myself singing like at the top of my lungs. I was really kicking it. Like I had a blast. It was so many people that you wouldn't look at like walking down the street and be like, oh yeah, they look like they were singing a New Edition song. Everybody in there was singing to the top of their lungs. It was great, man. It was really, really great. Did you enjoy yourself?
I enjoyed myself. Like I said, I didn't want the concert to be over.
I didn't.
I was actually really upset. Like it felt like every time they would come, I'm like, is this the last song? Is this the last song? It was great. Like Toni Braxton, I don't care what anybody says. That woman does not age. Does not age.
Not at all.
Vocally, I mean, just down to her wardrobe. Like that. I'm a hat person. First of all,
oh yeah.
She came out with this hat that. Oh my goodness. New Edition.
Hey, and speaking of New Edition. We got my homeboy Ricky P in the chat. He said, did Bobby say ain't nobody come to see you, Ralph?
No, he didn't. No. But there were many times where he wasn't even on stage. And when it was a lot of dance routines, Bobby was sitting down in the back. Like, I'll catch y'all in a minute.
Hey, Bobby was probably back there drinking some yak and chilling because he did not want to do none of them dance steps.
Yeah.
But it was so crazy because I think it was the show before Cleveland or a couple shows before Cleveland anyway. It was a whole bunch of people putting in the comments after people was posting those videos from the show. Like, why Bobby ain't out? We want to see Bobby. We want to see Bobby dance. Bobby came on stage and said, if y'all want to see me dance, Google me.
Period. Drops mic. Period.
Every little step I take, all that stuff, you can look at it on Google and YouTube because I'm not about to do it here. Bobby was a little rotund.
Okay, let's not do that. Bobby is a seasoned gentleman, but Bobby still put on one hell of a show. He was hitting the moves. Now, I will say with Ralph, though, I was a little like, Ralph back in the day was the lead singer in the group, like all the girls like, he was aging like a wet rag, but it's okay.
Ralph looked like he grew up on St. Clair.
Nothing against those that have.
Nothing at all. Nothing against the people that have. It just looked like, because he had like a see-through shirt, but it was unbuttoned too.
It just was not flattering. It wasn't flattering whatsoever. Man. But like I said, vocally, they all sound amazing.
Yeah.
It was a great, great show. But you happened to, as I think it was like an intermission or before an intermission.
No, it was actually before the show started.
Was it? Okay, but the DJ was playing, like, and I think I was so engulfed in what the DJ was playing that you noticed something that I didn't, and then I seen it went viral.
Yeah. So I was just looking around, had a couple drinks before, and I was like, man, why is everybody pulling out their phones like that? Why are these two buff dudes in these tailored suits just walking through the crowd like this? And there was somebody behind them. It wasn't like they were like really, really close to him. They were close enough that you would see that they were together, but it was Tyler Perry, y'all, on a random Sunday night in Cleveland at a New Edition Boyz II Men. Toni
brings out the stars,
but you just didn't think like,
no.
There's no way that I could have went there and be like, we about to see Tyler Perry tonight.
Listen, if I known that, I'd be in the next upcoming play or movie. Put me in, as Ricky said, put me in, Coach. I'm ready.
Hey,
I could be on the next episode of Sisters.
Sisters is cool. Just no Madea.
I could be in Madea.
I've never seen a Madea movie, and I have no plans on seeing a Madea movie.
You don't know what you're missing.
I know what I'm missing.
Those are great. They're great.
I know 100% what I'm missing.
They're great. They're great.
The only Tyler Perry movies that I've seen is both of the Why Did I Get Married and the Family That Prays, right? That's the same thing.
And you know what? Those are actually really good, well-written movies if you think about it. And it actually kind of, that goes well with what we're talking about.
Yeah. But it just, those are the type of movies that I would love to see over and over again from Tyler Perry, but he kind of waters it down with the Madea stuff. But let's not get...
Okay, that's your opinion.
Yeah, because I'm saying it.
Okay, anywho.
So let's not get watered down with the Tyler Perry stuff. We want to go ahead and act like...
Hi, Lynn.
Uh-oh. Nobody
We love you too.
Nobody invited you on this.
By the way, Lynn is his cousin while he's talking reckless to her. People they don't know that. So
yeah.
Thank you for your support. We appreciate it.
Lynn is my cousin that gives me grief so much. We just argue for a living together. Every time we see each other, we argue and fight. So expect a couple choice words coming your way next time I see you, ma'am.
Well, let's pick up where we left off last week. We ended last week's show talking about something I had seen on TikTok or Instagram. I can't remember. And it was Miss Keke Palmer. And this is something that actually had been brought up by one of your co-hosts on Game for All Seasons podcast, BC Byron. And it was Keke basically saying that she wouldn't mind living alone while being married. What is your take on that?
Oh, my take on that is a very strong take and a take that I don't mind sharing. I don't agree with that whatsoever.
Why not? And I'm with you. I'm with you 100%, but I want to know why not.
Let's stick with the why not. Why are you not living together with your spouse? Somebody's going to have to explain that to me and help me understand.
She said she wanted to, she wants to have her space. She wants to have time to herself. She don't want to wake up and have to roll over and see you. That part to me, well, I'll let you finish first, and then I'll give you my take on it.
Well, no, even better. I'm going to play the clip so y'all can hear this and understand what we're talking about. So listen up, people.
corner would be great. You can be the guest house, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Don't shut Kiki down, because married doesn't mean we have to live
I don't think
together.
that was
You
the
got to
clip
do
we
what's
wanted.
best for you.
Technical difficulties, people. We're gonna work through it.
Yeah, that wasn't the clip we wanted, because that was somebody
the
trying
total
to.
wrong clip.
And I'll just give you my take on it. I feel that why even get married? Why even get married? Because at the end of the day, and we're gonna take it biblical just for a second here. Man is head of house. So does that mean he's the head of the house that he live in? Or is he the head of both houses? I need somebody to explain that to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's that one, I do believe.
All right, we're going to try this clip one more time, y'all. Come on, work with me. Here we go.
One thing I need you to know is that I never want to live together.
Pretend we're on a first date.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, Kiki, yeah, do you want the steak? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so do you want kids?
I could be open, but one thing I need you to know is that I never want to live together. I like my alone time.
But is that real?
That's real.
Oh, wait, are you speaking as Kiki?
Yeah,
I'm speaking as
She's
the Kiki. I just feel like, Whoopi Goldberg said it best once. She was like, I don't want nobody in my house.
Yeah.
Wait,
And I just feel that.
time out. You're for real right now?
She's for real.
Serious.
So what about,
Marry even.
So
You're
you're
married.
gonna live around the corner?
Around the corner would be great. You can be the guest house, you know what I'm saying? We can be on the same, land, but I'm over there and he's over there.
Yeah.
At best, separate rooms.
What about, you go to the bathroom, you have the 2 toothbrushes.
Think about how fun it would be to be like, I'm going over to my man's house.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah, over there.
You know what's
That's
right?
It's fun and
funny.
exciting. I want to go sit on his couch.
And he better clean when you're coming over.
That's what
too.
I'm saying.
You know what? I will say I'm laughing about it, but there are probably people watching right now who agree with you. Oh man, I said the 2 toothbrushes and she's like, no.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah, so that alone right there, that just rubs me the wrong way.
Mhm.
And that go back to what we was talking about on previous episodes. What did she see in her parents' marriage and in her household that makes her think that that is okay? If you do that and that's what you believe in, more power to you.
Mhm.
But I'm still here to let you know 1,127% disagree with that, because I don't understand the method behind that. I don't understand what that gets you. I don't understand how that's a healthy relationship or marriage to end up like that.
Well, I'm going to say, so we can go back. It could be a healthy relationship if you're dating.
Yeah.
If you're dating. But she's talking about even with marriage.
Yeah.
That doesn't sit well with me because, like I said, man is supposed to be head of the house. And does that, like I said, does that mean that that's at his house, your house, whatever? And when she said, when she gets tired, like you have to make that, like you said, make that make sense.
Yeah.
There's times where we are in the same house, but in separate rooms. And there is nothing wrong with that. Like I'm a firm believer of having time to yourself. It's healthy, right?
Yeah.
But for you to live in a whole nother house, that makes because at that moment, everything's separate. So is he supposed to take care of, and I'm not saying just men are supposed to take care of our bills, but how does that work as far as them, paying for things?
I don't know. Lynn said it best in the chat here. She does not understand first how God defines the unity of marriage to become one. And I think that's impossible to do that if you are in 2 separate households. You just still remain 2 at that point, in my opinion.
And I agree with what Lynn said. At that moment, I feel like they're taking God out of the situation.
That's what I believe too. But like I said, it's still people out there that believe this. I'm 100% sure that she's not the only person that feels like that.
And if there's someone out there that is watching this and is in the chat, please let us know your take on it. Because like I said, we're 2 people who don't understand that. I'm willing to listen to you. I know I'm not going to agree. But I would like to hear your take on that. If you agree with Miss Kiki Palmer.
I would love to hear an explanation or a reasoning. Because I mean, just like you said, I'm 100% still going to disagree with you.
Oh, definitely.
I just want to hear your reasoning or your beliefs. Did you see that at your house? Did your parents do that, or did somebody allude to that and you were raised like that? I don't know. There just has to be something, because that comes out of nowhere, in my opinion.
Yeah, but even if you say you were raised like that, right? Which, like I said, I still can't wrap my head around it. You have the ability to break that cycle. Yeah. When you stand before God and take that vow to say, I do, like you're becoming, like Lynn said, you're becoming one.
That's actually the meaning of marriage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like I said, being in a relationship, if you guys are dating, I totally get it. Yes. But being married, I'm sorry, I totally disagree with that.
I will never be comfortable living in a whole separate house from this woman right here.
I can't even go to sleep if you're out with the guys, I can't go to sleep until you literally are in the bed. Even when he
Same
gets up
here.
to go get a glass of water, if I roll over and I don't feel him, what's the first thing I ask you?
Where you going? Where you been? Literally in the kitchen, which is 30 feet away from this bed. So just relax. I didn't go anywhere.
I don't understand it. But to each his own. I don't know. Maybe, like you said, maybe she did grow up seeing something differently, or maybe a past relationship has made her feel such. But if that's the case, do some healing before you say I do.
Yeah, and that just popped in my head too. You said do some healing. That could have been like some hurt from a previous relationship that they lived together before they got married, and something happened, and she probably put in her mind and her soul like, I'll never live with somebody else like this. I'll never do this again. I don't know for sure. I'm just asking. I'm just throwing that out there. That's a possibility that happened, but I just can never agree with that. I don't understand it. Still waiting for somebody to have enough gall in the chat to put that in there that they believe in us.
Maybe there's nobody that that's watching this that actually feels that way, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was on my mind like quite a bit. Like, how could somebody really,
live like that and think like that?
Well, I pray whatever man she gets with that, he changes her mind. That's my prayer for Miss Keke Palmer, or any woman that feels that way.
Judging from that comment, it's going to be a whole lot of work changing that mind, because she sounded pretty set and standing firm and telling the man across the line if you want to. That's what it sounded like to me. And that actually, personally, coming from a man, hearing a woman say that, immediately, I don't want anything to do with you. So you are cutting down your dating and your possible marriage field at least about 50%, because I don't know too many people out there that feel like that. I don't know.
Why would that make you feel she's cutting down 50% of?
I don't know if she's holding on to something and is not willing to let it go, or I don't know if she's been scarred that many times and she's not ready for another relationship. She could say with her mouth that she is, but on the other hand, you still saying stuff like this, which is making me think something totally different. So I know you still have to work in a relationship to get to where you want to be equals, the marriage part of it, but that's a whole nother set of work that I'm willing to do personally. I don't know. You just got to think about that.
Well, let me bring this to you. So after that, I was actually having a conversation with somebody, and you guys actually brought this up yesterday on your podcast.
Game for all seasons.
Shameless plug.
That's not shameless. It's never shame in that plug. Right there.
About sharing accounts as a married couple. I know for us, it's not a thing. I mean, sharing an account is just sharing an account. Like, I have my account, you have your account. We really don't even have like an us account. It's just kind of like, I have access to yours, you have access to mine. I don't ask permission to go into his account because my name is on it. So it's our account. If I need to pull something for this bill or we pay with it, I want somebody in the chat to tell me their take on that. Do you believe, as a married couple, sharing of an account, separate accounts, and then why?
Yours, mine, ours. In my opinion,
ours, my opinion.
Right. I was just about to say, in my opinion, that's still pretty much what Keke was talking about. It's still the separation of one. It's still you trying to be an individual. I explained that on the last week's episode. You can be an individual in a marriage, but personality-wise, individual. My personality is not your personality, and your personality is not my personality.
Right.
So that's the individualism that I'm talking about. But as far as everything else, you got to combine it, and you got to make sure that y'all are on the same page with communication and everything that goes with the communication. You got to agree on everything. You got to make sure you're agreeing on, just like you said, the money and everything like that. But it's just another subject that you just got to talk about. Yeah,
no, I think that's very important to talk about.
We got my man Rich. What up, Rich? I have one, she has one, and one for the bills.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're speaking our language, brother.
Yes, exactly. Thing. I think that's super important also because, like I said, and it cuts down to, I guess arguments, so to say. And I know Byron was saying yesterday, well, I don't want her. And Byron, if you're on Facebook, please comment. I need you in the chat. But he was basically saying, well, I don't want her in my business. If I buy something, I don't want to have to answer. It should be, and this is how we do it. I'm not saying it should be. This is just what works for the Curry household. If I'm thinking about making a large purchase, whether it's coming out of, as most would say, either my account, his account, whatever, hours. I literally come to him and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. That's not necessarily me asking you permission. As long as the funds is there and all of my bills are paid, that's what I'm doing. So I didn't understand his take on that. I really wish he would get in his chat because I really wanted to ask him that last night. To me, that's kind of like, he was like, I don't want her prying. Well, it's not prying.
And what I told him when he said that, in my opinion, that's an ego thing. You gotta let that go. There's no room for ego in a marriage. I don't
it
think
happens.
it is.
I don't think that there's room for it, but it happens.
You know, I 100% know it happened. That was an example right there of it happening. But that just puts so many strains on things. And then that's what Rick was saying, that so you can take the stance as, well, if you feeling like that about this, what else are you feeling like that about in the marriage?
To us,
or what else are you holding? And then what else could you possibly hold in the future from me? If you're feeling that passionate about this
and
subject.
That's how
right
women
here.
are. If you don't want me looking at your account, looking at your phone, our antennas are going up. Now I'm gonna go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. That's not healthy.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's just gonna add more fuel to the fire. Fire meaning bad, as the house is burning down. Because it's just going, in my opinion, it's just going to be confrontation after confrontation because you're holding something in.
Now I want you to explain to me that when you say ego, so as a coming from a man's standpoint, here's Ari, our beautiful daughter, who is also a wife. I think it boils down to transparency and communication. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Ari, if you've been listening, I've been saying communication this whole time. Okay.
It does boil down to transparency and communication. And I feel like I said, communicating that if I'm going to make a large purchase, hey, babe, this is what I was thinking about getting. Just letting you know, so you're not, everything's taken care of, but this is just something that I've saved for. Or even if you do that, like you'll say, I bought some equipment for working out or just anything for the house. Okay. Communicate that.
That's all I'm asking for is communication. Once again, this is clearly our show. So I'm talking about our situation. I never am going to get worked up in the tither that much that she bought some whatever she wanted or whatever she needed, because for one, has nothing to do with me. If it makes her happy, I'm for it. She hates this saying, but everybody out there watching and knows it. Everybody has uttered these words before. For men, I know you have. Happy wife, happy life. So who wants an unhappy wife so you can have an unhappy life just over the smallest stuff, though? I'm talking. So if it's really something that we need to talk about and we totally disagree on, then we can have those disagreements. But if it's something that small, I'm not about to raise hell and be like, you shouldn't have done that. Pick your battles.
Pick your battles. There you go. Pick your battles. But I do want to go back to the whole ego thing. Where you said that you think it's ego. Do you think in most relationships or most marriages, we're talking about, not relationships, marriages, that there are, how am I trying to word this? Egos as far as being the head of house. Is that what I'm trying to say to you?
I think so.
That comes along with being head of house. Is there?
I don't want to say I think it comes with the head of house, but it just comes from being stupid men and being roar, hear me roar, beat my chest men. We're so used to being like that alone. But just like Lynn said, becoming one, you have to let that go, because how am I going to be like that and allow you to be one with me? And I'm constantly just beating my chest.
The King Kong effect.
Yeah, I have to prove my point. And not to say making you feel a certain way, but I guarantee it will make you feel a certain way. If I'm reacting a certain way to what you're saying and how you feeling and how you thinking about stuff. And now that's going to make you timid to come to me on certain things, because you're going to have that complex like, oh, well, he's just going to be beating his chest. And that's the ego part I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That some people just don't want to let go because it goes back to the household. Maybe they saw their grandfather like that. Maybe they saw their father like that.
Right.
So they continue to do that and keep it going. We got a question from Ricky Perez. What is the most amount you can spend without talking to your spouse? $10 on Pump 4. That's it, Rick. $10 on Pump 4. Everything else I need to know. No, I'm just playing. I just wanted to slide that in there.
Okay. I would say anything above $200.
Yeah, that's a reasonable amount.
Yeah, I would say anything above $200 because at that, $200.
Because with all these tariffs, everything is damn near $200.
Yeah, you're right. That's 2 bags of groceries. But I would say about $200. Do you agree with that? $200?
Yeah, no, that's a good amount. That's fine. Because all jokes aside, literally, that's pretty much a pair of shoes nowadays.
No, that's 4 bags of groceries nowadays.
Yeah, I mean 4 bags of groceries, a pair of shoes, whatever. And
but
everybody needs groceries and everybody buys
groceries
shoes.
is for the house, but we're saying something for ourselves, like shoes.
Yeah.
I would say $200 would be anything after that. I would have to be like, okay, well, that's when the conversation should have to happen beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good question, Rick.
Good way to chime in, brother. DF Dub, RPZ. But
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, if anybody else wants to talk in the chat, please do. Any questions? We're open for it. We kind of like that back and forth interaction. So drop it in the chat.
Chat, where you at? Huh? What'd you say? Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you. But let's talk about the ego thing. I want to hear from a woman's perspective. Do you think some women, not all, you can't just say 100%. Do you think women come in with the ego to a marriage and a relationship sometime? If so, what is a woman's ego?
Definitely, I do believe a woman can come into a relationship or a marriage with the ego. It's called the independent woman. I don't need a man. I can do this all by myself, which I'm not saying women, we can't. But when you're going into, once again, my opinion, going into a situation where you want to be married, and that goes back to that whole kind of like 50-50 give and take. There's situations where, like, yes, the woman is a breadwinner. Does that mean that you have to come in the house and belittle your husband? And I know of some situations like that where I was just telling you the other day, a close friend of mine actually, her husband is a stay-at-home dad.
No names.
No names at all. And the way she speaks to him, I had to kind of like say something like, girl, yo.
Sorry. One more time.
Yo ego. So I do believe that women can have egos. Like I said, it's independent woman. It's I don't need a man for nothing. I can do it by myself. So if you can do it by yourself, why don't you stay by yourself? Because we need them. We need them to procreate. I feel we need them to protect us. You just need this life partner. But that's my take on it.
So I want everybody that's listening and watching to do this for me. Open up Google on your phone, please, and type in, I talked about this last night on a non-shameless plug again, Game for All Seasons podcast, where the homies get together and talk about homie stuff. But anyway, Google emotion wheel. It's a real thing, y'all. Emotion wheel. Google that. A picture will come up, and I need for you to play Wheel of Fortune with it. You know how the wheels go. The outer label is your feelings. And then everything else after that is what that feeling triggers or what triggered that feeling. So everybody look at that and let me know like what you think about it. Is it dead on? Like, how do you think it goes with your life? Uh-oh. We got Jamaica coming in with another comment. Jamaica, what up? Yes, that's hard for me. My man gets so mad when I want to carry some of my bags in the house. LOL. I'm just not used to having someone do so much for me. Well, you better be used to it because he loves you.
Because and then that might be his love language, Jamaica. some love, like we talked about that, I think on our first pod, love languages are, I know mine is physical touch, like, and it doesn't have to be mean sexual. It just could be like, I just literally, like if we're sitting on the couch, I want to put my feet under him. His is words of affirmation and acts of service. So your man's could be active service and you not, what am I trying to say? Allowing him to do such, it can make him feel some type of way where he just turn it off. And then you were like, well, you were just doing this 6 months ago and now you're not.
Mhm.
So when he does do that, acknowledge him. Babe, thank you so much. And we know we all can, we strong women. We birth children. So we know we could do it, but just allow him to have that moment. That might just be his love language.
Thank you for birthing the children.
You're
Women,
welcome. You're
we
very welcome.
appreciate you for birthing the children.
Okay, and back to your will.
Oh yeah, so I'm sorry I explained it wrong. So in the middle it says I
Of the
feel
wheel.
of the emotion wheel. Sorry, getting back on the emotion wheel. In the middle it says I feel, and it has all of those feelings right there. And then there's so many words on the outside that support those main feelings in there. So let's just say you're feeling angry. It can be aggressive, mad, upset, frustrated, irritated, exhausted, and critical. So that goes into another feeling of furious, abrasive, biting, hostile, spiteful, enraged, furious, provoked,
But can I ask you something?
irritated, annoyed.
What is this? What are you saying with this? Because I'm confused.
Just feelings in the middle, like with the egos and stuff like that. So this could like age your ego, the feelings that you're so used to feeling,
Mhm.
and then all these other feelings and actions come from those feelings.
Oh.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just a lot.
Yeah, no,
Right,
it is a
it is
lot,
a lot.
but that's why I was asking for that root word for everybody that's listening and watching to find their root word
Mhm.
and see what comes up. And do you feel like
Mhm.
that's you dead on? And
This is good, Rick.
yeah, self-sufficient rather than independent. Independent feels like a choice to be isolated, where self-sufficient sounds more inviting
To
to have a partner. Absolutely, brother. You hit it dead on the
Yes,
head.
you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But only women put it that way. I mean, it's like a thing to be. I'm independent. I was raised. My daddy wasn't in, and I shouldn't even say that, but that's usually what I hear. My dad went in my life. I got to get it on my own. I see my mama get on her own. Break the cycle.
Mhm.
Break the cycle.
It was meant to be broken. That might not sound right to y'all, but cycles are definitely meant to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
Because without breaking the cycle, you're just going to keep going round and round and round.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, that's what a cycle is. Just saying. But no, that's a real good point, Rick. Self-sufficient does sound better. And it's what you always say, it's the choice of words that help people understand and help people not feel a certain way when you word things the right way. And guess what? I suffer from that. That's one of my problems.
Way to be transparent.
Yeah, I talk just the way I talk on here. That's my everyday talk. I have a problem with conveying like
Emotions.
Emotions. It makes me feel weird because I've never seen that from a man to a woman in my growing up and in my households and in my grandparents' households and things like that. A lot of my male family role models or leaders are very non-emotional people. Emotional
it's
to that
generational
love.
because of
generational.
from the generation.
It's generational, but that's all I saw and that's all I was around. So it's really, really hard for me to do that. And luckily, thank God that she understands that. At the beginning, it was really, really hard for her to accept it. And I'm not trying to speak for her, but just from previous situations that we had, previous discussions and feelings coming out. And when she discusses her feelings, sometimes it's hard for me to understand that because I don't have that button to push that says insert feelings here. It's very hard for me to do that still to this day. I'm 44 years old and I still don't know how to do that. I try my best to do it.
You've
happy
gotten
wife,
better.
happy life. And
Yes,
not
and
just
that-
for that reason at
Right.
all, but just to help me grow as a person and to help our marriage keep growing. I have to figure that out. So fellas, if you out there, husbands or boyfriends or fiancés, if you out there and you still feel like that and you still have those problems, it's okay. But just try your hardest to get out of that habit and to get out of that feeling. It's okay. I always tell the kids that I'm around every single day, it took me a long time to understand this, probably till about late 20s, early 30s. It's okay for men to cry. You get told so much to don't cry. You get told so much to toughen up and chin up and chest out. But literally, it's okay to cry. So it's okay to have those emotions. I'm just still struggling with 44 years of life to find that to be my norm. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to make it my norm the best way I can, but it's still a work in progress. So if y'all willing to put in the work, y'all can make that switch. But it's just really hard for me, just saying, like you said, just being transparent and trying to help somebody who feel like that too. But it's just really hard for me. I'm still trying. I will do it, but thanks for being patient.
Well, you've gotten better over the years, and it took a lot of conversations, and we'll be
that goes
real.
Back to communication.
Well, some of it was a conversation, and there'd be times that there were arguments because I was expecting something totally different from you.
Yeah.
And when you would tell me, I don't know how to be that, I didn't believe it. To be honest, I didn't believe it. So the longer it happened, I'm like, okay. And we would sit down and actually have those conversations. And when you said I never saw it, that's what it was.
Yeah.
When you said it to me, I never saw it. I was like, wow, I can't fault him. All I can do is just kind of help him through it. Or I don't want to say guide you, but guide you to what I need.
Yeah.
And you, like I said, you have gotten much better with that.
Well, I still need guidance. Okay.
You need a kiss too.
Oh, yeah. Still need guidance. I still need help. But like I said, I'm willing to put the work in because I already know I'm in this for life. So I have no choice but to change. If I don't change, it's not the end of the world, but it's not going to make our world any easier if I don't change. So that's the motivation for me to change. And trust me, I know it's so many men out there that feel like that. It's okay, dog. It's really okay. Just do it. Try your hardest. Find whatever you need to find. If you need help with emotions, talk to somebody. It could be, just because I'm talking, it could be me. It could be somebody else that's real close to you to help you so you can get that out so you could try to understand. But it's just a must. You got to do it, man, just to make your happy life. Your marriage a happy life, because marriage is life. That could be a hashtag. Hashtag marriage is life. Sorry. Just felt like rambling right there.
All right. Well, like I said, again, we are open to any questions or comments in the chat. Let's be interactive. That was so fun last week. The chat was going.
I mean, my apologies to everybody. We was late this week.
We had some technical difficulties. Like I said, this is episode 3, so we are working through the kinks and all of that. But once again, we really, really, really enjoy it. Rick, I love that. I actually was going to say that earlier. Happy spouse, happy house.
See, here you go again, Rick, with the wording, man.
Exactly, the wording.
You be making me feel like I can't put nothing together without reading it from you first. Come on, man. Come on, dog.
I love that. I don't like
happy wife, happy life.
Same here. Same here. Because it feels like when you say happy wife, happy life, it's like we're demanding you to be a certain type of way. But happy spouse, happy, because it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So just what we're supposed to do, forget about the husband?
No, not at all.
But when you say happy wife, happy life, so Rick, what they do? Clock that?
Yeah.
Clock that.
I guess so. Jamaica says, what is some advice from the both of you when going into a marriage and learning how to let a man lead when you grew up seeing your mom always lead?
Oh, that's good.
Boom.
That's
bombshell
good.
Just dropped. That's good. Changed the whole thing of the conversation.
That's good. And
you're real for that, Jamaica.
Like I was saying before, I feel like breaking that cycle is important. Stepping back and allowing a man to be a man. Learning his love language. Like I said, most men, I think their love language is, what did I say earlier? Acts of service.
And affirmation.
And yes, words of affirmation. But letting him lead does not mean like he's in control of everything. It's that communication. Like my daughter said earlier, that communication. We have that communication. So how can I put that? Explain like how I made you feel that you were in charge. Not in charge, but that you were taking the lead.
Just falling back and not giving any slack. I didn't mean to drop a bar in a rap song like that,
Okay.
but just saying, like, because just like you were saying about the independent woman and all that stuff, if the independent woman is always like trying to fight what the man is trying to do, then that's not going to feel like the man is not going to feel like that it's okay to lead, because he's going to say, well, dang, it seems like no matter what I do, it feel like I'm trying to help us, but she still always got something to say, and she feels a certain way about it. It's just, this may sound harsh, Jamaica, but it's just the truth. Sometimes you got to put your feelings to the back seat in that situation to try and let that man lead. Now, let's not get it twisted. If that man is not capable of leading, you can take the lead too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, don't act
That's
like
good.
just because he's man, he's got to be a leader. If he sucks at leading, your household and your marriage is going to suck, because he's just going to make horrible decisions constantly.
That
and then
affect
that's
the
just
whole house.
it's going to affect the whole house. It's going to affect the kids. It's going to affect the marriage. It's going to affect y'all's life so bad that you got to make that decision. Like, all right, now I done let you try to lead and it ain't working. So listen here, man, you're going to have to take the back seat, and I'm going to take over from here. If you're willing to do that as a man, that's when you know he's the right one in that pre-marriage part that you're talking about, Jamaica. So it's just try to sit
situational,
back.
too.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
situational, but just try your hardest. And that goes back to the ego thing that we was talking about. Just try your hardest to put your feelings on the back burner and trust that he is going to lead the right way, because that's why you picked him, because you believed in him that he will lead in that right way, in that right direction.
Yeah, you see
You
qualities.
saw something in him to go that far with him to get to that point. So you have to let go and trust him and trust God that he's going to speak to him and allow him to lead the way that you want him to lead, because if y'all are together, you made that decision. So that's my advice. And yeah, Rich, that's it. Happy husband. I told her last week, man, she don't like when I say it. Men are basic bees. They're basic bees. We don't need a lot. We need the bare minimum, dog. And you know it. You're a chill guy.
Some good eats, some good sleeps.
That's it. She gives me sleeps.
You know, that was really good what you said about what you told Jamaica. That was really good advice.
And I see you, Ari. Happy spouse, happy house is what my husband says all the time.
Yes, and he's right. Yes.
Shout out to him too.
Yes, he is right. That's what it should be. You know, like Rich said too, like, so happy husband, right? Yes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times that we don't talk a lot about how y'all feel.
Because we don't talk about a lot how we feel.
Why do you think that is?
Just like I said, you probably never seen it before. The same thing I suffer with certain situations with emotions. You probably, how many times men, think about the nostalgia that we was talking about earlier with the New Edition and the Boyz Men. How many times have you seen your mother and father where your father is holding court, talking to your mother, talking about, yeah, well, you made me feel like this and I feel that. You probably never seen that before. Only time you've seen it is in a movie, and in your mind, you know you're watching the movie, so it's not even real. So you don't know how to address it, and you don't know how to do it because you've never seen it before.
That's good. That's good. Rick,
go ahead, read. You can read.
You know I can't see that far back.
Oh, come on, Kinston. Rick said, me and Courtney walk back to back. When I walk forward, she covers my back, and when she walks forward or leads, I cover her back. Key is knowing each other's strengths and lean on each other. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Rick.
Come on.
Hey, man.
Yes.
Are you trying to take up offering after this or something?
I know, that's right.
You trying to give a word?
You know what
brother?
it is? Because he's on our marriage council. That's why.
Yeah, you're right.
He's on the marriage council.
You're right.
Right now, he's president of marriage council.
Yeah.
President. That is so good. Exactly.
Hey, when Rick go to sleep and wake up in the morning, he open his eyes. This is the sound that come out.
Because he got so much to give to the world. Like that was a really good word there. That was a word. That was a word.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that's basically what I was saying, Rick. If the man is not fit to lead, by all means, women, take the lead.
Yes.
And if your man can't allow you to take the lead,
take the ego out, right?
Yeah.
Take that ego out.
flag on the play.
Yes.
And
Wow.
not a yellow flag. That's a red flag.
Mhm.
Red flag on the play. If your man can't sit back and allow you to lead, it's just, ooh, feel sorry for your future.
Mhm.
Feel sorry for your
Wow,
future.
this shot is good. But I want to go back to what Jamaica said too. What she saw growing up.
Yeah, you
Like I
gotta
said,
say your part.
the breaking of the cycles. So growing up, like I said on the first pod, I didn't see a lot of like I said, my parents got married when they were 19 years old.
19?
Had been together since they were in the 7th grade. So they were still learning how to be themselves, but then trying to learn how to be themselves with each other. So I saw a lot of yelling, arguing. Sometimes it just was not a good situation. And I'm gonna be very transparent here. When we first got together, I thought that when you got in an argument, that when you yell and scream, you're supposed to say the worst things possible to somebody. And I was actually told that in our marriage counseling, that my tongue to you was a double-edged sword, that it cut deep.
Shout out to Reverend Deacon Dr. Birch.
Yes. And that was something that when I finally got sat down and was told that, and Miss Birch said, she said, "Where did you get that from?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, "That's what I saw." She
Yeah.
said, "So you seeing it, when are you going to break that cycle?" And from that moment right there, when we stood on that stage and took those vows, that was the end of that cycle being broken.
Yeah.
But she's right. What you see, unfortunately, like we're sponges when we're so young. And for me, I feel like every girl wants a husband. I don't want to say, this is going to sound kind of crazy when I say it, like, not like your dad, but you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I wanted a man's man like my dad was, but what I didn't want is my dad went through a lot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, and in that situation, my dad was not the aggressor, so to say, right?
Yeah.
But just like I said, the cycle had to be broken, and I'm happy I broke the cycle. And then our children got to see, like I said in the first pod, when we have a disagreement, either we step outside and we're in the car,
Mm-hmm.
or the children are not home. They weren't home to see it.
Shout out to I Am a Girl Dad, double time.
Yes.
Putinari. Hey.
Alajanari, she's an adult.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Got to remind me about that. You steal my poop. Her name is Alasia, clearly. Alajanari, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 kids that are not kids anymore.
Well, actually, we have 3.
Shamar.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Shamar. You already know.
Duty.
But I can't call her poop, but you can call him Duty.
Well, he's the baby of the bunch.
Illegal.
I mean, he's our bonus child. But no, I'm happy that we're showing them, like we broke cycles. And then going back to, your situation growing up and what you saw, like your mom had to be head of house. Lord rest your father's soul. But your mom had to be head of house.
Yeah, she had to be head of house because
Mhm.
they divorced when I was 7.
Mhm.
So she was by herself. Jamaica say, wow, that's great advice. Yes, you kind of have to undo what you saw daily. I try to do opposite of how I grew up.
Same.
And I totally agree with that. But don't put that much pressure on yourself through whatever situation that comes up to try to do the total opposite. That's a lot of pressure, because I don't think that you're actually reacting out of, let's just say, I don't want to say right or wrong way. I don't think you're reacting the right way that your feelings in your soul is telling you to react. You're just doing it to be different from what you saw.
Okay. I was trying to figure out where you were going.
Yeah. So whatever comes to your spirit on your reaction is how you as a person should react that way. And I'm not saying that it's going to be the same that your mother saw, but don't just react that way because it's different from what you saw. And that can lead you down a total different way.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make any sense?
It does make sense, but sometimes well, you're right. Don't try so hard, but
Yeah, because that's a lot of pressure.
the harder you try, I've noticed, I've caught myself being just like what I'm trying to not be.
And then that's when you beat yourself up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of pressure to put on yourself. Just react how you feel that your reaction should be.
Mhm.
From how you always say, trust your gut. You felt it in your gut. That your first mind, follow your first mind. I think that's your second mind trying to do the opposite, because that first thought comes in your head and you like, oh no, I can't do that. That's what my mama did. So let me go ahead and do it like this.
Mhm.
I don't think that would be so genuine if you do it like that. So whatever your first initial reaction is, I think you should stick with that. Once again, disclaimer, not a professional,
Mhm.
just trying to help out.
All right. Well, I think that was absolutely great. That was great. That was great.
Yes, great, because I'm associated with it. Duh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we really, really, from the bottom of our hearts, and we share, well, actually it's one heart because we share that heart. Just really appreciate the like he said in the beginning, the feedback, the reposting. This is something that we have been wanting to do for so long. And finally one day we just said, you know what? Let's just do it. So we really appreciate you guys. And like we said, we're going to be on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram every Thursday, 7:30. Today we had some technical difficulties. Like I said, this is still all new to us, but we would just really love for you guys to jump on and interact. Which y'all don't realize is it's also helping us, right? I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah,
To be able to sit and talk about, our past and things of that nature. But from the bottom of our hearts, we really, really, really appreciate you guys. We thank you. And that was a great third episode.
Nothing else to be said. You plus me equals us.
There goes
And us is out of here. So we'll see y'all next week, 7:30,
Yeah.
Thursday night. I promise we're going to be on time. Promise we is. Excuse our CP-ness. All right?
All right. Thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
y'all. We'll see y'all out of here.
Peace.